Okay, let's dive into this explainer. If you've ever felt completely buried under an absolute avalanche of information, well, you are in exactly the right place today. We're going to unpack NotebookLM and its really exciting transition into Gemini Notebook. We're looking at how this evolving tech completely transforms us from totally overwhelmed readers into really empowered creators. We're going to walk through a whole suite of tools designed specifically to optimize your workflow and basically completely change how you interact with your own research.
Right off the bat, how do you conquer a mountain of dense research? Because we've all experienced this exact feeling, right? You gather your PDFs, your articles, your data sheets, and suddenly, the cognitive load just to start reading feels paralyzing. I mean, it's almost a physical weight. You sit at your desk, you stare at those impossible, heavy texts, and it's just incredibly overwhelming. And look, it's not a lack of intelligence, it's a bottleneck of time and mental energy. The sheer volume of words can make the actual goal of learning feel entirely out of reach. But what if the barrier wasn't the information itself, but actually just how we process it?
What we're really looking at here is a massive paradigm shift. On one side, you have the old way, tedious formatting, fighting with margins, basically just trying to make sense of endless paragraphs. On the other side, we have the Gemini Notebook approach, which is all about learning faster while keeping total control. Now, I want to be really clear. This technology is not here to read for you so you can just check out. It is absolutely not a replacement for you, the author, or your unique voice. Instead, think of it as a purposeful suite of distinct tools designed to just strip away all those tedious, robotic parts of studying. By automating all that friction, it clears the path so you can actually learn faster and stay firmly in the driver's seat. Imagine you're looking at a document that just feels utterly impossible to get through. The language is super thick, the paragraphs are incredibly heavy, and your eyes are already glazing over. Well, video overviews step in and instantly turn those heavy paragraphs into a short, easy-to-follow visual breakdown. Think about how powerful that is. Instead of forcing your brain to decode this massive wall of text, the system literally translates the core concepts into a visual format. It gives you a structural map of the ideas before you even have to read the fine print. It's just an incredible way to break the ice with difficult material and get your foundational understanding locked in immediately. And that flows perfectly into solving another massive headache for us, the blank page. You've done the research, you understand the material, but now you actually have to build the presentation. Staring at that blinking cursor on a white background is agonizing. By generating a fully structured presentation draft for you, this second tool completely eliminates the friction of getting from 0 to 1. It lays out the narrative flow, suggests the topics, and gives you a tangible foundation to work from. So it basically allows you to focus your energy on refining and perfecting the message rather than panicking about how to start it. So the crucial point is this. Everything generated is based exclusively on your uploaded sources. I really want to emphasize this because it's the foundational philosophy of this entire ecosystem. This is a source before sentence architecture. The tool is acting as an instrument for evidence and verification. It is not a machine for blind invention. It's not out there pulling random info from the internet to build your slide deck. It's strictly analyzing and structuring the exact documents and notes that you provided. It completely respects your curation, and that means you can trust the output, because it's entirely anchored in the reality of your own selected materials. But, what happens when your own materials actually need to be expanded? That's where Discover Sources acts as your dedicated research assistant by automating the hunt. Even the absolute best researchers sometimes hit a wall where they just need more context or supporting data. Usually, that means leaving your workflow, opening up a dozen browser tabs, and getting lost in this chaotic search. But as this transitions into the broader Gemini Notebook ecosystem, it features this amazing ecosystem syncing. It seamlessly integrates with your existing workspace, looks at the context of your current project, and finds those missing puzzle pieces, bringing them right to you without you ever having to leave your flow. However, and this is a massive distinction to keep in mind, you manually approve what gets imported. While the AI is automating the hunt and the ecosystem is syncing everything up, it does not get to make the final decision. You do. This means you keep total, absolute control over the research. You are the curator, you're the editor-in-chief here. The tool simply presents options, and you review them to ensure they meet your own standards of accuracy. Your author's voice and your rigorous verification process remain firmly in control. It's basically a perfect partnership. The machine does the heavy lifting of searching, and the human provides the critical judgment. Now, do you ever just need to give your tired eyes a break? Audio overviews represent a really profound sensory shift in how we learn. The system can actually convert your written notes into a realistic, screen-free podcast conversation between two AI hosts. You can literally close your laptop, put your headphones on, go for a walk, and just listen to a dynamic, conversational breakdown of your own research.
It transforms static, dense text into this highly engaging audio experience. And it's not just some robotic text-to-speech voice reading words, it's a generated dialogue that debates and discusses your notes. It just makes absorbing complex material feel completely effortless.
Finally, we have customization. This is where you really get to tailor the experience to your own specific learning style. Before you even ask the system a single question, you can actually assign the AI a specific role. On a super tight deadline, just set the AI to act as a concise editor to give you sharp, direct facts. Or, if you're struggling with a really complex new topic, switch it to a patient tutor, and it'll break concepts down step by step. And with the transition to Gemini Notebook, this customization now even includes live code execution. That means you can run, test, and verify data concepts directly within your research environment. You dictate the exact tone and technical depth of your learning.
And this brilliantly illustrates the entire Gemini Notebook ecosystem working together as one. From visual overviews that break down heavy text and slide decks to instantly get you past that blank page, to synchronized ecosystem discovery that automates the hunt for new information. Plus, you have audio shifting to give your eyes a break, and that deep customization, complete with live code execution to ensure the AI always speaks to you exactly how you need it to. By bringing all these capabilities together, it entirely eliminates formatting fatigue and the robotic drudgery of traditional study methods. It's a comprehensive toolkit for drastically faster research.
Which brings us right back to the philosophical core of all this. By offloading the friction, the formatting, the ecosystem syncing, the basic code execution, you are left with total control to actually learn and build. Your cognitive load is entirely freed up. Your brain energy is no longer wasted on organizing margins or deciphering dense jargon. Instead, 100% of your mental capacity can be directed towards synthesis and real understanding. You remain fully empowered as the verifying author, with your unique voice completely intact. But now, with this evolving toolset, it's kind of like you have superpowers.
So I want to leave you with this final thought to reflect on today. With all of that tedious, time-consuming work completely automated and the friction totally gone, what will you build next? Now that the mountain of dense research is no longer this impassable barrier, but rather a playground for your curiosity, where's your creativity going to take you? The tools are right there, the ecosystem is fully integrated, and you are entirely in control. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and honestly, I absolutely cannot wait to see what you create with these incredible evolving capabilities.